What is up, guys, and welcome to the South Coast. It has come time to winterize the stock tank pool, so I'm gonna get you set up. We're gonna get this thing drained and ready for the winter. Alright, so stock tank pool has been sitting for a couple months. We really hadn't used it all that much, probably since the end of August-ish, early September. It's now end of October, so it's got some rain built up in this cover. Use this piece of hose, try and siphon that rainwater off of the cover. We'll get it pulled off, and then we'll go ahead and drain the pool and get it put up for the winter time. Go ahead and hit that thumbs up button, click subscribe, and leave me a comment down there. All of that helps the channel. Also, go check out my second channel, South Coast Home, where it's going to be following along the process as we build our family home. Appreciate it. Alright, so cover is off the pool. Took me a bit to get that rainwater off of that cover. Cover's not the best situation. I'm gonna work on that in the off season. Hopefully come back next stock tank pool season with a better solution for the cover. But for now, we're good there. I'm going ahead and use the pump. We're going to disconnect the outie valve, or the hose that goes to the return to the pool. We're going to disconnect it from the valve here and then route it over here. We're just going to turn the pump on and let it pump on down until it starts sucking some air. Once it gets down to there, we'll pull the plug in the side, but I want to go ahead and pump it out as far as we can, get it away from this little area so it's not a big giant mess. So let's go ahead and disconnect at the fitting, turn the pump on, pump this water out. Alright, so due to my lack of foresight and preparation, when I got this pool going, I was in a rush, wanted to get it going for the summer. I did not level this area out that the pool is sitting on. So over here where the drains are, it's sitting a bit higher than over here. So we're not getting all that water out of the drains. So what I'm going to try to do is we'll put the pump back, we'll put the suction hose of the pump in this lower side of the pool where more of the water is. See if we can pump some more of that water out so I don't have to lift as much or scoop it out with buckets. So let's get set up. Let's see if we can pump the rest of this water out. Alright guys, well, I was not able to get the pump to pick up prime in this sort of orientation that it's in. I do have the garden hose doing a little siphoning maneuver, so we're just going to let that keep going. We'll leave it. We'll let that garden hose siphon out as much as it can go, and then we'll come back and probably try and just pick up on this side, dump it all out. So I'm just going to leave it sit for a while and come and check on it here in a bit. Alright guys, so it is the next day. Let the garden hose do its siphoning action overnight. It stopped at some point, obviously. We got a majority of the water out. I think this will be manageable as far as flipping this up and over. This pumping operation did not work out. Just couldn't get the pump to prime up. Whatever, it's fine. But the good old garden hose got it emptied, so go ahead and get the pump and everything put up, get it taken care of. Then we'll come back, we'll try and flip this end up, dump the rest of this water out. We'll get this thing stored for the winter. Well, that honestly went better than I was expecting. So yeah, got that water dumped out. I think for the meantime, we're just going to leave this right here. This will be the same spot we set it all up next spring whenever it starts warming up. One thing I am going to do in the off season is I'm going to come back and move this out, and I'll get this ground a little more leveled than what it is now. That was one thing I didn't do setting this up originally, so we will go ahead and do that going into the next stock tank pool season. I'm going to go ahead and let the pump and hoses and fittings, let all that stuff dry out, and I'm just going to store it in the garage. It doesn't take up all that much room. I think I actually kept the box for the pump, so I might just put everything back in there, set it aside for the winter, and bring it back out whenever we're ready to get back into it. So this is going to stay like this. Probably become a home in the wintertime for some furry little creature or something. Maybe snakes, I don't know. But it is going to be what it's going to be. So we're pretty much done. I'm going to like I said, let that stuff dry out, get it boxed up, put it in the garage, the pump and all. And that's it. That's winterizing your stock tank pool. Not a lot to it. One big thing is make sure if you're not in an area that's amenable to just being absolutely saturated with a bunch of gallons of water, I would try to pump that water further away. Luckily for me, just here where it's set up, it was fine to let all of that water just drain out into the yard, and the grass and yard will absorb it all. So if you're in a different spot, you may ought to look into getting a transfer pump to pump it further away, pump it into a drain, downspout drain, something like that, to get it out and away from your house. But other than that, simple job, real easy to do. Went better than I was expecting, honestly. So that's that. We're going to wrap this video up. Like always, hit that thumbs up. Leave me a comment down in the comment section. Let me know if you are winterizing your stock tank pool. Let me know what mods you have in the off season for it. Like I said, we're just going to try and level this dirt out and come up with a better cover operation for this pool for next season. But other than that, we're going to maintain what we got and enjoy it again next season. So let me know if you got any mods going on your pool in the off season, and subscribe if you haven't already. Also, go check out my other channel, South Coast Home. It's following our family home build as we go through with that. So appreciate y'all going to follow along over there. Should be a good time. So I'll leave it linked in the description. all these parts, pump parts, fittings, all that stuff will be linked down in the description as well. Those links help out the channel. Same price for you. And that's about it. So, like always, I hope y'all have a good one. We'll catch you next time down here on the South Coast.